My son is even younger, and I am putting all this information into him as is. And with Titan, he gets a scoop of the Icon peanut butter every single day, 2 scoops. Then he's got the goat milk, the regular milk. He's on a multivitamin, and he's taking in 96 grams of protein a day. You're going to go find a gym over that location. Then you're going to drive back an hour. Then you're going to go to bed. You're going to be up at 2:30 in the morning to go train again. I'm like, holy shit, you're a beast.
And again, goes back to what we talked about at the start. If you have that foundation and it's built upon healthy, we'll call it whole foods or whatever you want to say, right? And then fill it in with like other maybe cheat here and cheat there, great, but you still have that foundation. So if you're going to have that foundation, it involves some planning, right? But the planning then is, it's simple. 5 minutes or less, order your food for the week, comes to wherever you are, right? From us or someone else, okay? To your hotel, to your home, to your business, whatever you want. You know what you're getting. So if you're a person that's going to plan to eat 3 meals a day, you can order 3 meals a day, right? Or if you have your own breakfast with your, Titan Series whey protein and oatmeal, great. But then you have your Titan burrito, maybe you have whatever else it is, you're ready to go, right? You don't have to think about it. And that's the biggest thing, that you don't put thought in it and you know it's there. And then you've got 10 more minutes, you've got 20 more minutes, right? But that adds up over time. And people say, well, hey, it's really not a big inconvenience on Sunday. I'm making my food, watching TV. Well, it's still 1 to 2 hours or whatever it is. So the biggest thing is going back. If you want to, they don't calculate their time as dollars, right? It's that value. And it goes into the equation. To me, it's the same thing as like, if you're a personal trainer, you can only train so many people. But if you have an online program, you can train a lot more people. And I look at the preparation that way, right? I'm changing my time for money if I'm just doing this way. But if I'm just placing an order for 5 minutes, and maybe even if it costs me $1 more, right? I'm still positive on the actual time I have back, which to me in the end equates to dollars. So
is there anything you can think of, Jeffrey, in this sense? Because I think I'm on the one side of the fence where I am so understanding that I want the food there. I want it prepped. If I can get it prepped without me spending my time, I can use my time for something else. So I might be too far on the one extreme. Is there anything you can see, thinking you're much younger than me, you guys are, can you think of anything these kids kind of bypassed and go, well, I don't want to do that, I can still cook and clean? Think about that, because I'm curious, because I think that Todd and I know, Todd, you are a hands-on father. Even though you run this company and you're busy as is, you also drive these kids. And the hours I hear about you getting done with work, then you're going to drive an hour to gymnastics or hockey, and then you're going to go find a gym over that location. Then you're going to drive back an hour, and then you're going to go to bed, and you're going to be up at 2:30 in the morning to go train again. I'm like, holy sheesh, you're a beast.
But
we're so excited.
On the food side, Mike, like if you look at, let's say, for instance, my daughter, right, Rowan, let's say she's at dance or whatever, and she doesn't get home until 10:30 at night. I have her meals, like her favorite friggin' meal, and I'm not just saying this because we're talking, but her favorite meal is the Titan burrito, okay? She eats 2 of those a day. She eats half in the morning, and then she takes, again, half. But my point of saying that is, if not, that would be Subway, okay?
Yeah.
And your burrito costs whatever it costs, $8, okay? But that Subway sandwich is going to cost me $7 or $8, okay? So, but she knows what she's getting. The macros are there. I know that it's not filled with a bunch of junk, right? And she takes other meals to school. So for the past 2 years, the joke's always been like, hey, they're like, what's for dinner, what's for lunch? Icon meals. And they're like, holy shit, Icon meals again. But it's like that. It's the convenience, right? So my fridge is loaded right now with probably 30 meals. I know their favorite. So even Ryder, he calls them chocolate, like he calls them brown pancakes, the chocolate chip pancakes, right? But again, he has different things that he eats every single day. So from that standard, I think, again, going back to just the element of convenience. I don't care how old you are. If it's my kids, then that becomes on me. If I'm not setting the standard and I'm not being prepared, right? And my preparation comes from me ordering meals, my signature meals, custom meals. But if I don't have those in the house for them, I'm setting myself up to have my pantry full of junk food that they're going to go and get. And like I said, going back to even like Christian, right? Christian was the first brunt. He got the brunt of it because I didn't know half the time, and I didn't have Icon back then. So I was doing that. I was doing Sonic drive-thru. I was doing Subway. I was doing all this crap, right? But for the other two, they get the benefit of it's planned, it's convenient, and I offer them all now. Hey, do you want custom meals? So Christian, he's up at school. I'm paying a lot of money for his meal plan. He hates his meal plan. It's a top school, but I send him probably 45 to 60 meals a week, right? And again, that's an element of convenience. So I think it's the example that you set, but it does go back to, I don't think you can argue with the time savings and convenience.
Yeah, I think for you and me, we're one on the side. Just for you guys at home, when it comes to him talking about how his oldest son, because Todd continues to learn and learn and learn, and so the oldest son didn't get all the benefits of the youngest right now, but we keep growing, and so my son is even younger, and I am putting all this information into him as is, and with Titan, he gets a scoop of the Icon peanut butter every single day, 2 scoops. Then he's got the goat milk, the regular milk. He's on a multivitamin, and he's taking in 96 grams of protein a day.
Wow.
Now, again, he's over the hill already at 2 years old, and we don't know if he's going to have good genetics or not. But I just the things that I'm going to be able to teach him and save time on for him going to school, like the whole excuse about going to junior high school or high school and missing meals, that's out. You can't give me that excuse no more. It's also like the PRP I just did. If somebody has an ache and a pain and I tell them about PRP and they continue with the ache and pain, I ignore you because it works.
Yeah, Deb's done PRP.
Third meal works if you want to get in shape. So these are some of the things I just wanted to go over with you today. Is there any questions that you have for me today?
No, dude, I was going to come out with totally different start to podcast so we can have that other conversation. But for you, I know it's like the food's the most important thing for your life, right? Whether you're bulking, whether you're cutting, whatever, you're making changes to sure training, but you're also just making changes to basically your calorie regime, right? And the foods you eat. So understanding that, like pulling potentially some salmon egg, pulling steak egg, going to chicken, going to a whitefish, etc. So I think it's just really hopefully people can understand this. I truly believe, as you do, food is medicine, right? And once they understand that and they can make just a foundation as a basis in their life, then they can start seeing changes, right? Also send you a link if Jeff wants to put it up, whatever. But I've got a YouTube video that was done, but it talks about what I take as far as supplementation. Don't have a lot on YouTube and stuff, but it's crazy amount of people have viewed that. And that's like even from a year and a half, 2 years ago, but it has a foundation and it probably goes through 40 different vitamins and stuff that I take. But I think if anyone wants to just understand what the basis, at least in my mind, should be, that's a good starting point. And whether they have to spend that much money or not, you can get away with like a good budget. Whatever your budget is, don't give me the excuse that you can't fit in a basis, right? There's ways to get it in a multi. There's a lot of different ways to even get a foundation. But I'd say it's the same thing as even going to build a business. Like you just need to work on nothing's ever going to be perfect, never the perfect time, but better is perfect, right? So start today, building somewhat of an understanding foundation. And I just tell people, trust, if they're working with you, trust you, right? Don't go to 5 different gurus and ask the same question. You got to follow one person, one individual, one mentor, and really then understand what works for you and move forward.
I also want everybody to know that if there's one guy I talk to about supplementation, the micronutrients and supplementation, it is Todd. Todd is the guy I talk to. And again, the supplementation that I talk to him about has nothing. So if you're bored and you want to get jacked and all that, go enjoy your day. I talk to him about supplementation for the connective tissue health, better kidneys, liver, heart. I talk to him about those serious micronutrients to work the inside and get it so much stronger so I can continue to do what I do on the outside. But he's the guy I go to. So I recommend him and recommend this YouTube video. And Jeff will put that thing up so everybody can see that as well. I just did a day in the life of Michael Hearn's nutrition. And we talk about how the Titan burrito's in there. How about the steak? And then also now that, and that was 2 weeks ago, the diet's already changed. And now I added in some Icon salmon to this meal plan. So you guys, there's so much information here. If you guys can kind of remove the fact of what we visually look like and understand that we do this solely for what the inside is, and so that we can raise our kids and do the best parents we can be and the best, yeah.
Awesome.
You can't do that? What's up, dog?
Dude.
You don't even know what those measure at right now.
You're hiding some small children in there. So
If today was not what you needed, Todd, we will jump back on anytime you're ready to go again and give you some more stuff.
Yeah, let's hop back on a week. We've got some other stuff we'll run through.
All right. Can you tell them about something that I received yesterday? Can we tell the people about that?
We got a bunch of new sauce line coming out. So we call it Sauce Icon. We've got 4, I think I sent you 4 of the barbecue sauces. Again, clean ingredients. I'm a barbecue sauce lover. I poured on a lot of my a la carte protein by the pound. But again, no high fructose corn syrup. There's 2 grams of sugar in it. Clean ingredient deck. I think there's a total of 6 ingredients in them. But I think the carbs on that are between 4 and 6 grams. So honey habanero is probably my favorite. A little bit hot, but we got 4 different flavors, and we'll be launching hot sauces too in the coming weeks. So,
what else? I hope you guys know seasonings.
Yeah, seasonings. The second probably biggest thing right now is our nut butters. So we've been crushing it. I keep eating about a jar a day. So we've got 2 different almond butters, high protein, and 2 different peanut butters. We're about to launch another flavor next week, so I'll send you that as well. But it's crazy, delicious, and a bunch of other things coming out. New Wagyu beef bars and some other stuff. So lots of fun.
I love it. So when it comes to popcorn, because I know that who was I with that says, dude, you got to bring me some popcorn from Icon. Where we were shooting with, they go, you got to bring me some over. I forgot who it was, but it was somebody who was getting ready for his movie and stuff, and he goes, I'm addicted to this stuff. So I probably
the sweet flavors are doing good, and then the savory are crushing it. So the savory has been the latest on the white cheddar movie time, salsa jalapeno.
White cheddar. Jeff's on Twitch all night long eating the white cheddar.
Yeah, so they're going well and going to be in a lot more places. But yeah, popcorn's been sort of around for a while for us.
So you've been set up to. You guys can all eat healthy. You can get all that stuff at Icon, but also you can get some fun stuff that's also not extremely. It's not bad for you. And you
I call it better bad choices, right? From that standpoint. So
better bad choices.
Yeah, for people that I think the other thing is, like, a lot of people might not know, but we've been producing our own protein bread for the past 4 years. And so that's been crushing it. We just actually did a revamp on that. We went to a much larger baker because that was my biggest problem, not being able to get enough. So we'll be pushing that. Reformulation is absolutely incredible. I've ate probably half a loaf with peanut butter in the last 2 days. I'll send you some of that, Mike. But we'll be launching a new updated formula bread probably in the next 2 weeks. Again, though,
this bread has to be refrigerated, correctly?
You get about 7 to 10 days with it. It's like Ezekiel bread because of the protein in it. So per slice, it's 15 grams of protein. It has 15 grams of protein, and basically net carbs is 14 grams per slice with 2 grams of fat. But it's got also some prebiotic fibers and different things in it, which makes it's a healthier, clean ingredient deck. We'll be, again, utilizing that in all our sandwiches. So the PB&J will have close to 50 grams of protein in that PB&J sandwich. We'll be doing a high protein French toast, some other stuff as well with it.
So I mean, you know this, Todd, but if the viewers didn't know this, I grew up on peanut butter and jam sandwiches going through puberty, and that's where I put a lot of my good size on the bread. But I was doing Wonder Bread and Jiffy, right? So now imagine Titan and what he's eating when he's getting that protein bread from you with his almond butter, and he's devouring those. And the teachers at his he's almost 3 now, but his teachers are like, oh, he's eating fine. He's eating a half of that when he gets to school and a half of that during lunch. So it's like, I'm loving this. I'm loving everything I did as a kid, but it's better.
Yeah.
Better now.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm so excited to see what happens to this, continue to raise this young stud like he is. But we will be possibly in Texas
soon. Let's go.
Soon. So we will do this again, get more information out there. You guys, Icon Meals, you can see this on the bottom of the screen right now running through there. Get your butts over there. Use code TITAN to even save more. But get yourself set up, not just for your meal plans, but for your weekends if you want to have some fun. You don't need to be as strict as me, but check out their whole menu. Thanks, Todd, for doing this today, brother.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. Talk soon.
Take care. Thanks.
Whoo, guys, let's do this. I'm gonna do some questions and answers here. I got Jeffrey here working his butt off. I'm going to let him take over for 1 second, and I'll be right back, and we'll answer some questions.